that is cause number 2023 CR 5815 and CM number 114217. The court will reduce the bond to 60,000, and that's based upon what the court has reviewed in the police report. And cause number CM 114220, the court will reduce the bond to $60,000. And in cause number CM 114222, the court will reduce the bond to $60,000. And there's to be no contact with, is your husband Ruben Cerna?
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be no contact with Ruben Cerna. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, in the system somewhere.
Joy.
So are you all okay with proceeding without his
Yes.
physical motions?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna give you the.
Sure.
Judge, you kind of purchases the conditions of bond that have already been put in place.
We're gonna go on the record. Court is calling CM 114217, 114220, and 114222, State of Texas versus Virginia Cerna. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Michael DeLeon for Ms. Cerna.
And are you Ms. Cerna?
Yes, ma'am.
We are here, counsel, for a bond reduction. Is that correct?
That's correct. Just for the record, Your Honor, originally Ms. Cerna was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Her bond was set at 15,000. That occurred early in 2023. She, in late October of 2023, picked up 3 charges of aggravated robbery, which we very much dispute. And because of those robbery charges, her original bond on aggravated assault was remanded without bond. Okay, so today we're gonna.
Just one moment. And the court will also be calling 2023 CR 5815. You may continue, counsel.
And today, Judge, we're gonna be asking that a bond be set in her aggravated assault charge, and the associated aggravated robberies are set at 75,000, which is highly excessive. Before we go to the facts of those aggravated robberies, we're gonna be asking for a bond of 10,000 each on the aggravated robberies, given the circumstances.
All right, and what bond would you be asking for on the aggravated assault?
It would be ideal to reinstate her bond at 15,000, but we will go with whatever the court wishes to do.
All right. And state, are you prepared to proceed?
Yes, ma'am, we're ready.
Any witnesses? State or defense?
I mean,
None, Your Honor. I do have, I'd like to give the court a packet. I can do it one or two ways, either, and I've shown this to Mr. Wilkins, series of pictures, and I've marked it as defense exhibit number 1. I can have my client identify it, or as an officer of the court, I can identify what those pictures are.
All right, any objections to defense exhibit number 1?
no objection, Your Honor.
All right, then the court will set exception to evidence defendant's exhibit number 1.
And if I may, Your Honor, what the court is looking at in defense exhibit number 1 is the first photos are of the 3 complainants in the case. The very first picture is Christopher Cooper, who is the biological son of my client. He was not raised by Ms. Cerna, but they are biological. And the other 2 are friends of Mr. Cooper. Additionally, you're also seeing social media posts of the various complainants and their various photos with weapons, with smoking blunts, with putting up wads of cash with those weapons as well. And lastly, there are injuries to Ms. Cerna's arm that occurred during that robbery. And we do want to address that when we get to that point. But that very last photo is a kind of fresh photo, and it's kind of hard to see in the black and white versus color, but she was cut by one of the complainants.
The court sees defense exhibit 1 with the alleged complainant listed. The court sees what appears to be the complainants holding AK-47s and Glocks.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the next photo appears to be the complainant, who is the defendant's son, holding cash, wearing pants that are 30 sizes too big that are sagging. Then the next photo appears to be two complainants with someone with a gun, but there's no face to the person holding the gun, pointing the gun at them as they smoke blunts and photograph the person pointing the gun at them. Then the next photo appears to be someone holding a gun. And I believe that's the complainant that is listed on page 3 of defendant's exhibit number 1. And then the court sees photographs with no face. So I don't know, I'm taking you at your word saying this is your complainant, but there's no face, but it appeared there's no talking by you unless you're under oath. But I do see photographs that appear to match the mark that's on your client's arm, but again, her face is not pictured in defense exhibit number 1.
As an officer of the court, I will say that I've talked to my client. She has identified the 3 complainants, that being Jonathan, Joseph, and Christopher being the ones in the photos. And I'll also point out to the court that these photos taken from social media were my client got those while she was out on bond, and was able to forward that to me before she was taken into custody on these new aggravated robbery charges.
Okay.
Additionally, Judge, if you look at the facts and circumstances of the case, I know we're not here to litigate the entire aggravated robberies, but there's an allegation that Ms. Cerna and her husband pulled out guns after inviting her biological son and his friends over to a La Quinta to see a just under 2-year-old stepsister that was born that Mr. Christopher Cooper has never met before. Suddenly a robbery occurs allegedly with firearms by Ms. Cerna and her husband allegedly. However, if you look at the facts and circumstances again, La Quinta management throws out everybody out of the hotel. There's an argument going out in the parking lot when supposedly my client and her husband have firearms, yet somehow these complainants are hanging around in the parking lot with them when they've just been threatened with firearms. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Additionally, Ms. Cerna does have that injury to her arm. She was cut. Once again, if she had a firearm, she wouldn't be in the position to be cut by Jonathan Vidales, who is in fact, all of these are, well, actually, Jonathan and Joseph are juveniles. Mr. Cooper is, I believe, 18 years of age at the time of this event in October of last year. But the circumstances are very suspect, Judge. So without going in, and obviously this court is not going to make a judgment on the veracity if she's guilty or not guilty of those specific aggravated robbery charges. But given the circumstances for setting a bond, we believe that because of the nature of the weirdness essentially of this allegation, we're asking that bonds be set of $10,000 on the aggravated robberies so they can be litigated down the road. And we'll see further in the future if, and this case is unindicted. These 3 charges have been unindicted for the past roughly 60 to 90 days. We will see if the district attorney's office will even go forward. I mean, obviously, Mr. Wilkins might know more about if they even have complainants that are going to be continuing to complain in the future. So based on that, Your Honor, and the circumstances, we're asking that the bond be set on the aggravated assault and a much lowered bond be set on the aggravated robberies. Obviously, if the court wants to do GPS, that is more than fine. We might ask the court to reduce or waive GPS fees, but if the court wishes to do that, we need more. Ms. Cerna will certainly comply with all GPS conditions.
All right, State.
Yes, Your Honor. We are asking that you double the bond on the aggravated assault deadly weapon from $15,000 to $30,000. And we're asking that on the aggravated robberies, that you keep the bonds at $75,000 each. We're also asking that you, she has these conditions of bond, the special conditions of bond, Judge, that I take into the court. We're asking that you keep the GPS with full house arrest in place, no contact with the complainant witnesses in the aggravated robberies, Jonathan Vidales, Joseph Bedientos, and Christopher Cooper, a prohibition on possessing firearms, And Judge, I've previously tendered to the court the police report. I didn't mark those. I have stickers here if you'd like.
If you mark those as states exhibits 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, sir.
And defense, have you had a chance to review those documents?
We have, Your Honor, no objection.
All right, then states exhibits 1, 2, and 3 are admitted, and of course, defendants exhibit number 1 is admitted. And you can tender those to the court reporter. I've reviewed those.
Okay, yes, ma'am. So just
And
briefly,
I'm sorry, just so the record can be clear, those were reviewed before they were offered into evidence, and both the defense and the state requested that the court review those before they were offered into evidence.
Objection.
just real briefly the argument. In the police report, these are very serious allegations. We're asking that the bond be set at this high or kept at this high number in order to protect the community. The code says that you can set reasonable conditions of bond. We think under the facts alleged in this police report, these are reasonable conditions, this amount, as well as your full house arrest GPS. And if you were inclined to grant a lower amount of bond, we would still ask for the other conditions, the full house arrest GPS, Judge. But I reviewed those pictures, and I think some of the questions that maybe the court had too. You know, this is a picture. I don't really know what this is depicting. This could be an airsoft gun. This could be a real gun. These guys could be engaging in blunting, or this could be tobacco. A couple of these guys are juveniles, so if they have guns in these pictures that are undated, I think. We don't know when that is. I don't think any allegation that at the time of the offense, October 27th of 2023, that any of the complaining witnesses had guns at the time. That's not in any of the police reports. So, Your Honor, in order to protect the community, we are asking for those bond amounts as well as the full house arrest GPS, Your Honor.
And lastly, Judge, if I may,
Yes.
what I forgot to mention was nowhere in that police report does it say that anyone beyond the complainant said that Ms. Cerna and her husband had firearms. The hotel manager was told she had a firearm, but never saw it. So I want to be real specific about that.
And just briefly, I mean, when I was reading the police report, if you're in a hotel room, I don't typically invite the manager into the hotel room. So I don't know how we would see if their guns are not in there.
This is as everyone was exiting, all the parties.
Okay. So is there anything else from either side?
Just a few more things. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So I'm going to keep the previous conditions of full GPS. I'll ask that the fees be waived. For the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, I'm going to set the bond at $25,000. And that is cause number 2023 CR 5815 and CM number 114217. The court will reduce the bond to $60,000. And that's based upon what the court has reviewed in the police report. And cause number CM 114220, the court will reduce the bond to $60,000. And in cause number CM 114222, the court will reduce the bond to $60,000. And there's to be no contact with, is your husband Ruben Cerna?
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be no contact with Ruben Cerna. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Ms.
Oh.
Ferguson, we need a jury trial date, a quick date on this case. State, how long do you expect this trial to last?
3 days, Judge.
All right. So that means it'll probably be 2 days. The earliest date you have. All right, we'll come back for jury trial on February 6th. If you're still in custody, you'll be brought over in trial dressed in whatever civilian clothing you have at the jail. If you wish to be attired in something else, you'll need to do a clothing exchange. Mr. DeLeon, if there's an issue with the clothing exchange, let the court know.
Yes, Your Honor, we thank the court.
All right, and do you know if your client will be going, if she were found guilty, do you know if she'd be going to the court for punishment or the jury?
We haven't discussed that yet, Your Honor, but probably the court.
All right, on Eric Lopez. All right.
This bond hearing exploded with tension. Guns, robbery allegations, and disturbing photos shocked the courtroom. The defense tried to spin the story, but the judge stayed ice cold. Public safety came first. Bonds stayed high, restrictions tightened, and freedom slipped further away.
How's everything going?
Pretty good.
All right, so how are you spending your time? What are you doing?
I spend it at home with my family and try to looking into for a job and all that.
All right, how's the job search going?
Pretty well. Well, I still waiting for an interview for the construction business, and I don't know if I gonna get a call this week or the next week, but maybe if I be able.
All right, just 1 second. Excuse me, if you all can't whisper, then you're all gonna have to confer outside. Daniel.
If I will be able, try to look for another job, see if they do not contract me on.
All right, and so are you doing school or looking into school or anything of that nature?
Not right now. I'm looking just for a job right now.
Any type of trade school or
Also,
trade school or anything of that nature? What are you planning on doing with your future?
for a GED.
All right. So you said GED?
Mhm.
All right, have you started working towards that?
So,
Say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am, when she asks you a question.
not right now, man.
All right, so it's probably best if he starts trying to get his GED if he doesn't have it.
Yes, ma'am. That's what you're working on, correct? Trying to get your GED?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so his GPS, what is the status of that? Is he on tracking or does he have scheduled?
I
set
think
time?
he still has a full house GPS for the first 3 or 6 months.
Mhm.
And then after that, we're gonna reevaluate, I believe, if I remember correctly.
All right, it's been 3 months.
Yes, ma'am. But I think it was 3 months, but I'm not sure. I don't want to lie to the court.
No. Because I think it's time for him not to be on full GPS.
Your Honor, in December, the conditions were modified for partial GPS,
Mhm.
and there's not been any violation.
All right, and so then we said partial, I believe, I guess I probably said partial for work or to look for work.
Employment and mandated classes only.
All right. So are you okay with loosening that a little bit to giving him some extra time or no?
You're right.
Yes, I do see that, we have been in communication with him in regards to, certain job fairs and so forth. He's in compliance with all of his field visits, he's reporting on time.
So I think,
Judge, if we put him on tracking, he can go out and look for other jobs. He can stop at job sites and things.
well,
like
I think what I'll start with, because now it's just partial. I'll start with him being allowed to do things in certain hours. So if it's not work related, or if it's not for classes, I'll allow him to be out and about till 6 p.m.
Okay.
That means that you'll have to be at home at 6 p.m. Now, if you're at work and your work schedule takes you beyond 6 p.m., that's fine. So we'll start with that. And then the next time, if there are no issues, then we'll start with tracking only and then hopefully move towards removal.
So from what time to what time? I know from till 6 p.m., but what?
We'll
time?
do it Monday through what date? Do you want Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday?
Judge, we don't have any, I would say Monday through Saturday.
All right. Monday through Saturday, we'll do 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
6 a.m.
7 a.m. to 6
6
p.m.
a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay, you want 6 a.m. to okay.
Yes, Judge.
She's
That
fighting for
way,
you.
just because, just in case he gets a job to where he has to, you know.
All right, so your GPS now will be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's whether you're looking for employment or whether you have a class or not. If you want to go to the park, then you can do that. So that's from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. If there is something where you have employment and that employment takes you outside of that window or a class takes you outside of that window, let probation know.
Okay. Yeah, I will notify them if it takes longer than 6 p.m., sorry.
All right. So then what we'll do is we will see how that goes and we'll come back in 3 months. And in 3 months, it'll probably, if there are no issues, then it'll probably be tracking only. And then 3 more months, if there are no issues and nobody objects, it'll probably be removal.
Good. Just yesterday, it just happened that I got a call from an old client.
Mhm.
He owns a house framing business.
Mhm.
And he had some traffic tickets, so I went to pick up the money, pay the tickets. I'm gonna call him and see if he can use it.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. Johnny, you're so awesome.
Well,
I've known you forever. I've known you when I was a defense attorney and a prosecutor. You're just awesome.
well, thank you. So are you. That's why I love coming here.
Oh, thank you. So Norma, on this case, if you can give me a date to come back in 3 months, April 4th or April 11th.
May I look at my phone?
Sure. Or if you want a date other than that, just let us know.
Your Honor, while he's looking at his calendar, as far as the mental health treatment is concerned, are we okay just to monitor at this point? And if
Yes.
anything arises, let the court
Yes.
know?
We'll monitor. And if there are some issues that you're having, be sure to let your attorney know and let probation know, because we can't help you if we don't know.
Okay, ma'am.
And the last thing you want to happen is something that happened, and then you come back to this court and saying that you didn't tell anybody.
Mhm.
Because in this court, I believe that communication is key. When I place people on probation, I want them to be successful. So you have no excuse. And if the probation officer, who is your probation officer, is not addressing some issue you have, you can always call your attorney, or either you can always come to court.
Right, will do, ma'am.
All right, what,
April the 4th, Your Honor.
all right, Norma, we're gonna call this back on April 4th.
First one, after you finish.
So, ¿se consume con para ayuda psicológica estoy en eso?
Mhm. You okay?
También the anger management, porque
Are you taking anger management?
no, es en hold. Así como,
Okay,
I see.
perdón.
all right, anything else that's needed?
He's wondering about something, let me find it for me, please.
No, perdón.
Something about anger management, but I don't remember anything about anger management.
Let me see.
Yes.
I don't have anything listed on the docket sheet that he's supposed to do anger management
What is the
classes.
anger management?
It was on hold until something happens or something like that.
Oh, so it's in abeyance? All right. Bashan, he has some concerns about his conditions.
No sé si lo han
I don't have him down for anger management, but he thinks the paperwork he's reading says that maybe it's in abeyance or something. If you could review that.
Yeah, I don't remember anything.
It's right here.
Yeah, have anger management held in abeyance.
All right, so yes,
That
you
was
don't have
on
to,
his original conditions.
all right, so you don't have to do that.
Not yet, not, you don't have to do that. That's why it says that, okay?
Mhm.
And I don't know if Johnny would like a copy of that.
This-
Yes.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
I'll make-
All right, thank you. Good luck
Yeah,
to
make a
you.
copy
Thank you
for
for
me.
the good work.
Thank you, Your
I'll
Honor.
put one in the
For her.
court.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you. Have a good one.
Yes, ma'am, you too.
All right, Melvin, this is John. Kelly Cockner. If you'll come forward.
We conferred, Judge.
All right. All right, so she's providing an affidavit of non-driving. So what type of device do you all want her on?
Scram, Judge.
Okay,
Now, Judge, she's currently has an ankle monitor GPS tracking. And she's under house arrest. And rather than have two monitors, we're asking that it be partial some sort of partial house arrest so that she can take care of business and including visiting with me. Because it's time, there are time constraints. And I don't want to have to deal with that.
I'm not the one who put her on GPS. State, are you ready to address GPS issues?
Yes, Judge. In talking with Mr. Sharman, I guess the state has a number of questions. Mr. Sharman's related that she has a number of business interests, both in this county and out of county. I just wanted to maybe see if we can get more information on that before making a decision to switch to partial. And I kind of understand it's more to do with land and other regulation in other counties. Is that correct?
All right,
Yes.
then what I can tell you is I'm not going to address the issue with GPS as far as removal. But of course, with GPS, she's allowed to visit her attorney. And I will place in this order, defendant allowed to visit her attorney for legal matters. And then any other issues with GPS, you all need to file a motion and I will hear it.
I think we've already filed a motion to modify.
I think we did.
Yeah, and
Okay, I don't have that. If you want to go to back and have them pull it, State, are you ready to have that heard?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so if somebody will pull that motion for me, I will hear it.
okay. Get the file and bring it to you.
Yes, well, there is no file, but there should be a motion.
Okay.
Sarah Gutierrez. Hello, so where are we on, hello,
Hi.
hi, so where are we on the eval?
It's going on, I think, the 17th of this month.
Okay,
He's gonna be via Zoom.
okay. And who is it with?
Dr. Smith.
Okay. All right, Norma, if you can give me a reset date for 45 days.
Yes, ma'am. I can do the 22nd. February 22nd.
All right, we'll come back on February 22nd. By then, hopefully I'll have an update on the evaluation. Make sure you make that evaluation, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Of course, thank you. I have a seat, they'll take it to you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is the attorney here on Lucio Roa?
Judge, what's his?
Yes. Norma, can you call Hagee? Austin Hagee?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Tony Torres. Good morning. Counsel, you're on the other side. All right, this is your third violation report. So it says that your device has not been calibrated.
Judge, I spoke to my client about that. I will tell you, he has some memory issues. He has some mental health issues that are going on. According to him, he's never been informed that he needs to calibrate it each month. I've explained that to him today.
Okay,
also
I know
told-
he's been informed that he needs to calibrate it.
I've told him he needs to start writing things down if he's not remembering what his pretrial officer or anybody else is telling him. As far as I know, he's been testing negative for all drugs, any alcohol. He's been on random UAs the whole time. He tells me he's not drinking. So It is his third violation. The two previous violations were a delay in getting the device installed. He does not have a vehicle, so we had to appear before you to get an in-home device authorized. So he hasn't been tested positive for alcohol, Judge. I have told him there are rules that he needs to abide by, and if he can't remember them, he needs to write them down. But we're set for a plea hearing next week. I anticipate getting it disposed off of your docket. I'm asking you to keep this.
Can't we get it disposed now? State is here, file is here.
I haven't reviewed the videos with him yet, Judge.
All right, if you all want to review, State, do you have the videos down here?
I can download it for him, Judge.
I have them in my possession, Judge. I'd like to review them in my office. That was the plan, was to meet with him this weekend, come back on Tuesday, let him decide if he wants to plea or go to trial on the case. I have two other settings in two different district courts today, and I have a misdemeanor case. So if you can give us until Tuesday, you know, he's told me every single time, I'm not drinking, I'll test negative for anything. I think it's just a matter of logistics, not
All right.
violating his bond conditions.
So I understand what you're saying, but a lot of people say that they'll test negative and they're not drinking. But then they get tested and it turns out they're drinking. State, do you have anything to say with regards to this violation?
Well, Judge, this is the third one. I conferred with defense and we thought we'd leave it in your hands. I know that it's set for next week. We have made an offer. I just, I know he wants to review it. We were thinking maybe the scram might be appropriate, but I don't know if he's gonna even get that installed before it's set in next week, so. It's the third violation, Judge.
All right, I'm gonna have you all come back at 1:30 and you can watch videos with him over the break or either before. So I'm gonna make my ruling on this at 1:30. So everyone comes back at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Okay, sure. Norma, this case is coming back at 1:30.
Yes, ma'am. This goes to her.
Yes.
All right. Diane, are you ready to go on the record?
Yes. He was
Court is
printing out-
calling.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, are you all ready?
Judge, just one more.
All right, sure.
Printing something out.
Okay.
When you come back, I'll put the file in there. Okay. Well, hurry up and just wait. As soon as you come back, I will.
Jasmine Gallegos. Devin Strike,
Here, Your Honor.
Jeremy Duke. Jeremy Joseph Duke,
Not here.
Jesus Trevino. Michael Ugui. John Lyles. Mark Hernandez. Jason Wilson. Andrew Arnett. Jasmine Gallegos. I'm gonna rule on this today. Let's see if he's available to do this and see if he can call his client. And have him come in.
And
You want me to approach?
Yes.
I called a Freeman friend of mine, he
Mhm.
doesn't need anybody, but I called another friend and he's gonna hire him.
Oh, awesome. Jenny, you're so awesome.
It's the biggest cabinet making company in San Antonio,
Oh, that is so great.
so I'm gonna take him to interview.
Wow. Oh.
And he said, if you recommend him, I'm gonna hire him. So I'm gonna take him, I can't today, but
Mhm.
tomorrow I'll take him over there and he's got a job.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Johnny.
Everyone to know.
Saving people one person at a time. I like it.
I believe in this young man.
I do too.
Yeah, I know you do, I can tell.
Yeah.
And he's doing good. I mean, he's just said the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll let you know. about
Oh,
the
hey,
job.
awesome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. And Michael, on that case, I know they're asking for GPS, correct? So I'm gonna end up granting that. I don't know if you're going to. You know, and then if we're able to have a hearing on your client and I figure out what's going on and it needs not be there, of course, I'll recall that.
Sure.
But I don't know if you want to confer with the state over that.
The only thing is, time wise is just, I've got
Oh, no,
I
I
got my thing
understand.
with you this morning and then I'm
Mhm.
going to 144, so.
Okay.
set it for next week.
No, I mean, I'm going to have to rule on that now.
Let me confer, babe. Babe. Let me confer.
Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Judge, may I approach another matter?
Yes.
With our bond reduction, the state had a offense report. I don't know if you want to read that beforehand
Yes.
instead of us standing around. Yeah. Thank you. No, I have a copy on it.
This is a criminal history.
Okay, in which case is this?
This is for the.
Virginia Serna.
All right, is Virginia Cerner, can we have her brought out?
Yeah, we'll get her.
And I'll read this.
Oh, yeah. Jump there? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
The state wanted to introduce some police reports, and I kind of object to that because you're the trial judge. And so what I'd like to do is maybe have this assigned to the magistrate.
I'm available to hear bond matters. So this is what the court is gonna do. Ms. Kotner, if you can come forward, please. So I'm gonna continue on GPS. I'm gonna order the scram and the removal of the ignition interlock requirement. And I've notated on the sheet that you provided an affidavit of non-driving. You have 2 days to comply with Scram. Counsel, if there is some issue with them not being able to set up an appointment with her with Scram, let the court know. But for now, it's 2 days to comply. Of course, you'll be allowed to meet with your attorney. And with regards to the GPS, if y'all want the court to hear it today, I'll hear it today. If you don't want me to hear it today, then pick a date for me to hear it. All right?
Well, The same issue is gonna be here.
Yeah, so the question is, do y'all want me to hear it today or not? If y'all don't want me to hear it, then we won't hear it today. If y'all want me to want this GPS heard, then I will hear it today. Otherwise, talk to the coordinator and she'll put it on the docket for this court for another day. So
All right,
just let the
you
court
will
know.
Not send us to a magistrate.
No, everybody's here. I'm here. State's here. We can hear it.
I understand that, but I object to the evidence that they want.
All right. So, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Cotner,
Yes,
can you set this for a bond hearing in this court with regards to GPS? And give it some day next week. Y'all will be ready next week?
I'll be in trial next week.
All right, just pick a date with Ms. Ferguson and she will give you the date and we'll hear it.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you, Judge.
Unless,
You're welcome. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
do you want to keep that or do you want me to?
Yeah, if I can have it.
And Norma, on this, we need to make